Hi, everybody. Dan Illman and Mike Beer profiling the likely Kentucky Derby favorite. It's 2-year-old champion and undefeated colt, Essential Quality. Mike, let's go back to the Bluegrass, the final prep for Essential Quality's Run for the Roses at 1 1/8 at Keeneland. And as they turn into the stretch, Essential Quality's in a little bit of a fight.
Yeah, I mean, he had to work a little bit in this race. You know, he kept right up close to a very slow pace, Dan. These two horses went 1-2 around the track. And they went slow early, and that left them both with plenty left in the stretch to sprint home with. A very, very game performance from the favorite to get the job done.
We see him just forging by Chad Brown's highly motivated in the last 100 yards to maintain his unbeaten streak at 5. And the strengths and merits for Essential Quality, well, they are obvious. He certainly has a pedigree. He has the connections. He has the consistency, the win at Churchill Downs, the tactical speed, the class. He's going to be likely around the 2-1 range in the Kentucky Derby. Do you think that's an underlay?
It could be, for sure. I mean, for a horse, you know, really the only thing to really knock about Essential Quality, Dan, is he's just not fast. I mean, I shouldn't say he's not fast. He's just not faster than a lot of the horses he's going to be running against. His figures give him no real significant edge on this field. Everything else about him is exactly what you like about horses in races like the Kentucky Derby. He shows up every single time. Pace does not matter to him. It seems like the surface does not matter to him. He's run it at several different tracks. He handled a sloppy track a couple of starts back at Oaklawn, so you don't have to worry about those kinds of things. He just makes his own trip, and he wants to win races. He's a really, really good horse. He just doesn't have a figure edge.
He just doesn't have the figure edge. You're absolutely right. His last race was actually his best career Beyer speed figure of 97. It's interesting that he has yet to take a backward step on the Beyer scale, but his Beyer of 97 behind some of the other top contenders. Where would we expect Essential Quality, do you think, from a running style standpoint? We talked about his versatility. He is able to adapt to a pace situation. Let's assume he breaks from the gate in sweet order. Do you see him in sort of a stalking second or third flight trip, no more than 5 to 7 lengths off of it?
I mean, it seems like it. It seems like that's where they want him to be, and that's certainly where he can be. But again, the nice thing about this horse is, you know, it doesn't matter really what they do. Pace really isn't going to get this horse beat, Dan. He's been in slow-paced races, and they just put him right up there with the leaders. His Breeders' Cup Juvenile, which I guess would be his signature win to this point, they went really, really fast in that race. He was fine with that. He was unfazed by getting outrun in that race. He came wide to the stretch, and he got the job done once again. You know, really, it feels like it's the pace of the race is going to dictate where he is, and it doesn't seem to matter to him.
Despite not having the Beyer edge, would you confidently state that he's the horse to beat?
I do think he's the horse to beat. Yeah, I mean, it's a little troublesome. I like that you pointed out there that he really hasn't taken a step backward yet. Every race is a little bit faster than the one prior to it. But you just sort of feel like the really good ones at some point, especially in the first part of the 3-year-old campaign, will take a big jump forward. Essential Quality hasn't done that, but I still think he's the horse to beat.
And he might do it on the first Saturday in May. He's a champion. He's unbeaten. He's likely going to be the Kentucky Derby favorite. He's Essential Quality.